in my roof. You play too much. Now, if I get into it with them, I gotta live here and you don't. Don't be getting it. You gonna get me in trouble.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Strike Season Podcast. This week is a little special because it's Bootskin Hate Week. But I can't enjoy Bootskin Hate Week because we too busy telling each other how we should be fans. That ain't Florida State. Whatever beef we got amongst each other, we put that shit to the side and we hate on them bootskins. Now it has been brought to my attention that my Bootskin Hate video has an erroneous name in it, Ed McCaffrey. After research, I realized I had Ed McCaffrey mixed up with Chris Collinsworth. So it's no longer fuck Ed McCaffrey. It is now fuck Chris Collinsworth. I will redo the video and relaunch it before Saturday. Now, that being said, as a Florida State Seminole that loves Florida A&M, I am put in compromising situations every time one of my brethren get across Game Street and start acting up. And apparently, on Monday, the head coach of Florida A&M, James Colsey, decided he wanted to act up. And by act up, I mean he brought up lack of resources. Every Wednesday, he's at the 220 Club. The 220 Club don't ask how long it's going to take. You just tell them what you need, and they get it done. When Coach Craig was here, Coach Craig said he needed some iPads, and while he was at the 220 Club, they were ordering iPads. We ain't the biggest, we ain't the richest, but we do what we can and we get it done. This is also the same fan base that when the athletic director that supposedly we didn't like asked us to raise $100,000 to try and keep Willie Simmons, we raised it in less than a week. Nobody asked why. We just raised it. Yes, we raised hell in the process, but we raised it. I'm saying all that to say this. FAMU is a lot of things. FAMU is underfunded by the state of Florida, who's had their land grant money stolen from them year after year after year. FAMU is also constantly in flux with the athletic department. That is not a debate. But what we also need to say is FAMU is constantly in flux with the athletic department, but FAMU also, unlike a lot of other places, keeps winning championships. In football, that would be 17. And for all you FCS people who holler about HBCUs need to play in the playoffs, say the name properly. FAMU is FCS daddy. We started this shit. We ain't the rebellious ones. We show up when we feel like showing up. Get the money right and let's talk. That being said, it's all love. Lead with love. Man, let's enjoy the show. I got a special guest. For those who know Rosalind as the Cowbell Killer, she is with us today.
Oh my God.
Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Oh my God. Bro, you about to get canceled.
This is hilarious. Hi, everybody.
Oh my God.
How you
doing? He not call her the Cowbell Killer. No. Man here.
Well, that's my name.
It's the reason why I ran that video. It's the reason I ran that video. It's the reason. It was twofold why I ran that video. So don't blame Doc. It was me. before we may get Jerry on Hell Wildcats. We may get him on. I was on their
Why
show
is
on
he on the
Sunday.
show this week? Why is he on the show this week? Why is he on the show this week?
I gotta be fair,
Of
man.
all the people,
I don't.
no. We don't have to be fair. We can be petty. He can watch from the comments.
You know who else
I
can watch?
will
You know
listen.
who else can watch from the comments?
I can't even say fuck them because you want to put the man on the show. It's still fuck them, but still.
You want to know who else who can watch from the comments?
Oh,
Isaiah Washburn.
Yeah.
wow. Jesus.
He was killing y'all on Saturday. Oh my God.
Jesus.
That man is a one.
You know what?
That's a one-man
Hey,
army right there.
honestly, Saturday was a culmination of the whole season, but we'll talk about that later. That was the whole season
Yeah,
in a nutshell. We either were
we-
blown out or we won by 3. That's the whole season. And guess what? We lost by 3 on some bullshit.
yeah, we So I was on the OG Strike Zone Monday night recap last night, and I'm first off, don't give me a hot mic when I'm upset.
Please
Me,
don't.
Don't
that's
give me
why I come here Tuesday and Thursday.
and I have to call it like I see it. And I like Cozy. I do.
I don't.
But I'm a know who, like Doc say, I gotta live here. I love family. But you can't come across the railroad tracks and not perform. You just can't.
No. You can miss the mark and you can have a down season. But what you can't do is blame everybody but you for it.
Yeah, it is. Listen, I I understand about restrictions and APR not being able to practice on Monday, and you was kind of dealt a bad hand. But this ain't that season. This is season 2. We can't.
This is season 2, and you fired the whole coaching staff. This is a brand new
So
coaching staff because last season you said they weren't my guys, and I don't know who to trust, so I got to get my guys here. Cool. You got all of your staff here. Now what?
there was a call for prayer from Mike Norville,
Fuck
who
him
did a
and Mike
similar.
Norville. And that school in Daytona.
So, there was a comment, pray for Mike Norville, and similar situation. Dude fired his whole staff, started anew and underperformed. And
That shows some Seminole behavior.
again, I got to live here. I have been. Do you know how difficult it is to raise hell and rally the troops because it's hate week? That is the worst position to be in because I'm Mr. Nose by 10 for a month and a half. Then a month and a half and a day. Nose by 10 for a month and a half.
You mean lose by 10?
Listen, man, we beat Alabama. We beat Alabama.
That's all y'all can hang your hat on. Y'all beat Alabama.
I mean,
Everybody beat Alabama this year.
I mean, Bama gonna get into the playoffs.
It's Bama, but everybody beat Bama this year. Yeah, y'all had the SEC had the Engineers of Atlanta looking like they knew how to play fucking football.
Again, I know this ain't that podcast, but we gotta do better on both sides of Game Street. Period. Like both coaches got a little reprieve. They got a little reprieve, but that can't keep going on because I know Norval is on a PIP. He is on a personal improvement plan. Man,
I ain't never heard of a damn football coach being on a PIP. This is not operations management.
no, they are going to restructure the football apparatus at Florida State. It is understood.
All
I'm sorry.
because Ski Mask hired the wrong man. They doing all of this.
Ski Mask also interviewing for jobs, word on the street. But anyway, y'all didn't hear that from me.
I wouldn't be surprised. Hell, all of them moving like Lane Kiffin right now. I'm gonna just leave before you fire me. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna leave before you fire me. And
So,
I'm gonna make
Lane
more
Kiffin,
money
and
over there.
the bad thing about it, Lane Kiffin's not gonna get fired.
The hell, he ain't never that long to get fired enough. What job has he stayed at more than 5 years other than the assistant at Bama? Keyword is assistant.
So
Hey, thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Matt, I'll be honest with you. After the original post, I haven't seen a post, or after the original comment, I haven't seen a post since then. So I don't know.
Man, them character flaws been visible since last year. He blamed the offensive coordinator for last year's bullshit. He blamed the defensive coordinator for last year's bullshit.
But
The
when he
offensive
on the
coordinator
staff,
was
he on the staff with Willie Simmons when he was the head coach?
he was the defensive back coach the year we won the Celebration Bowl. He was defensive back coach and the associate head coach. I'm sorry, the assistant head coach.
And everybody wanted him, right?
So let's
you want to move it along or we want to talk about that, Troy?
I think there's some misconceptions about how that happened.
Yeah.
And
hey,
long
little
story
baby,
short,
he's the defensive back coach and he's calling the defensive plays, but he blaming everybody else.
You know what? I'm not gonna get bogged down into that because that's gonna get into some stuff that we need to let die. But I'll say this. I'll say this. We were put in an impossible situation.
Yep.
And what was presented to us and what the favored coaches from the previous AD was unacceptable to the fan base and the staff at large. So we went in another direction. I'll put it that way.
That's a good way to put it. That's an amazing
but
way to put it. He fuck in too, but go off.
Yeah. So we'll come back to that whole situation. But the Classic, I had an enjoyable time. Jamal got his hat finally. I got to explain to people the joys of sugar-free sweet potato pie.
The what? The when?
Yeah. So Earl, was on them people's spaces, and when they was talking about how bad our season was, Earl started talking about, his tailgate food. And so, I threw in, I get down a little bit, but I wanted to, make it a little different. So I started talking about the sugar-free sweet potato pie. And every time somebody had something to say about FAMU, I was like, the key to a good sugar-free sweet potato pie is monk fruit. Because I'm not finna keep going back and forth with them people.
Shit. We've been fighting for 2 weeks and they still fight.
Because we got to stop cherry picking history. Like,
some of those where you listen.
We got to start just being honest about what the history is.
You expecting a lot from a school with a 97% acceptance rate.
Ooh. Raj, you still with us? We got to get to this. We got to get to this value classic.
Just saying.
Stop
me when I'm lying.
I'm enjoying the conversation. I've been there before, so hey, I'm enjoying it.
I
I'll
just
say
want
this.
Troy to stop me when I'm lying. That's my only. Hey, if I start
We
lying,
ain't
be
gonna
like
never
Jamal,
stop
shut
you
up.
when you lying, bro.
Because I ain't lying.
Here's the thing. This is a fan-oriented truth-telling podcast. And sometimes I forget that I'm media. And like I be asking these people for media credentials. Just
Hey,
like
just tell them we honest. We real honest around these parts. So you either want me to, you either want your feelings hurt with the truth, or you want to be spoiled with a lie. Take your pick. Either way, I'm saying what I got to say.
you know, it's the reason why the Bucks don't allow me to cover their games.
Hey, we could probably get some Jaguar credentials. So go right ahead, apply.
You know, we might, because apparently somebody on this podcast was bullying a 6'5", 325-pound defensive tackle to play for the Bucks. I don't know how. I never met the man. I never met him. But YouTube took us offline because apparently somebody on this platform was bullying. So, and apparently
YouTube so
Mama said it
soft
wasn't
now.
him.
Well, it
What?
wasn't me. I said
Oh no,
YouTube soft.
this was back when. Listen, what I say now compared to what I was saying then is light. What I said back then was light. Like this, this is the most I've gone. I've gone 16 minutes without cussing.
I started cussing. I got you.
Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, I don't know what happened with your coach, but from far away, I don't know, coach. Just from far away, he seemed like a good dude. I hope he
Coach
get another
Red cool,
opportunity
though.
somewhere. So,
Hey, how good is he? Because I know a team
oh
that needs
shit,
some hit. Okay,
he
I'll
a tight
stop.
end coach. He a tight end coach, man. He a tight end coach.
Well,
And he was
the tight ends were severely underutilized this year for him to be the best target out there. But I'm gonna shut up. You want to throw 5-6 yards with a QB and a tight end right there.
a recruiting coordinator, I think.
Yeah, he was recruiting coordinator in operations. I think I
Yeah.
saw operations or something like that. But
Hey,
you know,
somebody send his information to our next head coach. Come on, Quinn, get shit ready. At this point, come on. Hey, what was come on, with your funk ass. There we go. Come
speaking
on.
of Quinn Gray, he has a playoff game this weekend in Albany State. My understanding is there will be a lot of Rattlers in the house. This is not saying anything. This is just Rattlers supporting another Rattler. It's two
Is that a
teams,
home
and
game?
Yeah, it's a home
that
game.
is a home game.
Hey, is it too late for you to get me some credentials? I might ride up to that one.
I think Wednesday the
You got-
cutoff date, but I shall send request tomorrow.
Hey, yeah, send a request, see if they can I'll ride up there. I
But
ain't
I
doing
don't
that.
think it goes through the school. I think it goes to the NCAA now.
NCAA.
Shit,
Yeah.
You
cause it's
know,
playoffs. Dang, they probably gonna say no.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But you know, good luck to Quinn Gray. We do have two teams that advance to the D2 division playoffs. Benedict advanced, and Benedict, oh dear God, the end of that game was crazy. Absolutely crazy. So
Worse than ours.
yeah. So but before we get into the good stuff, I'm leaving here with something. Shout out to the FAMU women's volleyball team who on Hate Weekend got themselves another SWAC championship. Congrats to them ladies. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Never send a man to do a woman's job. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Hey, and
Go
give GoatCon some more money. That's GOATKANA.
absolutely. That's what 3 championships in 4 years.
Yes, I think the only year he didn't win it was the first year, but I think he played in it. He just didn't win.
Yeah. So, shout out to him. But South Carolina State punched their ticket to the Celebration Bowl.
I don't want to say that was expected because Delaware State was playing good football, and I kind of had them picked to be the surprise. Of course, I think when we were on the other show, my mic wasn't working, but my if just for the hell of it pick was on peer review in Delaware State. I don't know what the future gonna bring for DJ. I know allegedly Cal is interested. I don't think he's gonna leave Delaware State just yet. But if he does, good luck.
You know what? I don't even have nothing to say on that just yet because Cal still has another 2 years of no revenue from the ACC.
Yeah.
So
I think it's Cal, Stanford, none of them getting checks this year.
Cal, Stanford, and SMU. So
and Charles Martin, that was just like how do I say it? It was just if all things go wrong, who do you see playing in the Celebration Bowl? Not this is actually gonna happen, because be for real.
Yeah, I mean, if everything was topsy turvy, well, you already have South Carolina State already in. Prairie View getting in. I'm gonna be honest with you. It will bring in that whole parity that people are begging for in the SWAC. But here is my problem. My problem with that is you got to be able to play big time football in the Celebration Bowl. And I'm not saying that Prairie View don't play big time football. I'm just saying that their football games are safer, if you will. So, it is what it is. But I mean, if we're looking at the season, this season has some upsets that we didn't see coming.
On every level.
And I know Doc don't want to talk about this.
What?
But it is something special about that hole.
Oh Lord. Why?
We have her on the show.
I know. She family, but why? Why do we got to talk about that dang on place?
Doc said that happened in week 8. We are in week 11. Keep it calm.
Keep it pushing, man. Why are we talking about that? In fact, it wasn't even a game. It wasn't even a game in the hole. It was in Vegas.
It's still a hole. You just went to one in Vegas. That's the black hole.
Vegas is a hole.
Always bet on black.
You know what? You're not gonna go there. You're not gonna go there.
Bringing Roz on was not the cause.
Even though my niece, yes, shout out to my niece. She's, she's freshman in Grambling. I always say that. We got to put her in there.
Hey, my niece went to Southern. She still got these damn jokes when we were in about their own stadium.
Oh my goodness! Why? But why bring that game up?
It's not that game. Hold on, wait. Just hear me out. It wasn't just that game, because we had a whole media campaign for Bethune-Cookman about the hole. And shout out to Bryce. I call him Young Bryce at Bethune-Cookman.
Who the hell is we? Wait a minute. I'm about to be like Marlo. Wait, who the hell is we?
There was a great media campaign from that school in Daytona about holes. And he said, pick a hole. Now, to Bryce credit, we had him on here last week, and he said it was 2 a.m. in the morning, and he was trying to think up a tagline. So he was thinking about holes, but at that time
And
in the
you
morning,
should
you
have
don't
told
think
him
about.
He
no,
had to
he
be
should have just
smoking,
went
man.
to sleep. I'm talking.
He had
He was smoking that
had
good
to be,
shit
he had
too.
to be smoking big time at 2 a.m. to think about something like that.
Pick a
Yeah.
hole.
He had
It
to
would have
roll up.
been better if he would have said pick a gap. That would have made more sense. Pick a hole.
Well, see, we're known. Our stadium is like we call it the hole, of course, the hole. So
Bethune ain't even got no stadium to call it or nothing.
it was still weird. It was like pick a hole. Who came up with this? Ooh.
From a school playing at the county's football stadium.
And then
So,
they went. Then they had put on Nucky If You Buck.
Bruh.
That was so crazy.
here's what's crazier to
Absolutely
me.
insane.
Here's what's absolutely crazier to me. How you gonna have Cam Newton in your building after he said what he said about your football team?
I know he was sweating bullets in that hot ass gym with the
Boy, that
stage in the
man was.
background.
He
I'm
was
talking
full
about
of
he had a
booty.
hat on, a jacket, a vest, a tie. I know
And, wait a
he
minute,
dropped 5 pounds
Jamal.
worth of
Hey,
water weight.
Jamal had them thick ass white socks on.
Right, them
He
thick
was,
ass socks, and he had his pants tucked into them socks. That man lost 5 pounds worth of water weight. He was ready for a title match after he left that motherfucker.
So is Bethune's basketball gymnasium? Is it really that small? Like, I mean, I'm never.
Yes, they
So,
it's
got
small.
they got a stage in the gym. That thing looked like a middle school. My high school
oh,
gym
like a
was
little
bigger than that.
elementary school. Okay.
Yes, that is Bethune's gym with their 2 coolers and a fold-out table for a concession stand.
Oh my gosh.
As
You ain't got to
media,
put
I
up.
have
You
hold
ain't got to
on.
put up your little disclaimer.
The little disclaimer at the bottom.
As media, Bethune-Cookman has been good to us, even though their baseball coach in the media room after the Florida Classic wanted to show me his SWAC championship ring again.
Boy, Bryce gonna look good in orange and green next year.
Mm. So
So
why did
fun
he
fact,
show you his ring again?
yeah, the SWAC first championship, and I mean the Bethune-Cookman's first championship in the SWAC was a walk-off home run in the 9th inning on the 3rd out of the SWAC championship game against Florida A&M.
Mm-hmm.
That
Kind of
was
like,
in Birmingham.
kind of just
Yep.
like the Florida Classic. 4th down, 28 seconds. You know what? I'm not gonna do this shit. Anyway, so I was at the post game, and
I know you ain't asked
you know,
none of my questions, so I ain't gonna answer anything.
I asked 2 questions.
I bet you one
First
of them
off,
was not have you packed your shit.
no, that was not a question. I will
Oh,
say this though, I have questions about Thad only getting 11 carries. What he got? 9, 11 carries, something like that.
he got 11
11
carries. He
carries.
got 11 carries.
11 carries, and this was the first time I got to really see Thad close. Yeah, let me just go ahead and play it. Coach Troy White, Fat Mouth Sports. I know you told me not to ask you about your quarterback, but I got to ask the question. First half, RJ didn't have his best game, but it seems like at the second half, something went off. A light went off, and he got hot. Was it a play calling, or was that just who he is as a person?
Well, I just think that it's hard if you look at the first half and you kind of go back to the stats. We're 2nd down and 13, 3rd down and long. On a couple drives, right, and we weren't really able to get in the rhythm that we need to get into. And then Big Thad's running the football, Jamal Haley's running the football. Now they got to account for the run, and then we're able to get the pass game going, right? It's just we had about 2 or 3 series in that first half where we went 2nd and 13, 3rd and 9 off the field. We had two straight 3 and outs, and so I mean, it's easy to play quarterback when now everyone's trying to play the run, and then now you got some guys open behind. So I don't know if that's the kind of player he is. I mean, I think he rose to the occasion, but I think it also plays into us having the ability to run the football. We weren't necessarily able to do it early. We were able to do it second half, and that was something we didn't want to get out of our game plan. We wanted to just kind of stick with what we were doing because we thought we had the opportunity or should have the opportunity to be able to run the football. Got hot, and but we had some second down and third down and long, which plays into the favor of the defense, and it showed in maybe 2 of those 3 drives in the first half.
Made my fucking eye twitch. That shit made my fucking eye twitch. What the fuck do you mean when you running tiny ass Jamal Haley behind the line and he's not getting nothing, but you got 220-pound Thad over there on the sideline looking at you? That's the same shit that happened when we played was it Alabama State at home? And you
Yeah.
got Haley trying to block a defender, and we're in the fucking end zone. You're in shotgun, and we're in the end zone, and you got Jamal Haley, who is all of 180 pounds, trying to block on defense, and Thad is over there by you. I'm so sick of the bullshit. I'm gonna just shut up. Let me shut up. I'm done. I'm going on mute.
With reluctance, Jerry has joined the podcast. Jerry from Hell Wildcats.
Reluctance? Me? Why would you be reluctant about having little old me from little old BCC here?
The fact that you called your old school BCC and y'all in a legend university is hilarious.
I graduated from BCC.
Don't move the goalpost.
I am proud of the history of Bethune-Cookman College, Bethune-Cookman University, and all of it. That's not an insult that some people think it is, but it's all good. Hey, I'm old enough to remember what the old people that I grew, a little bit older than me, but I grew up with people that still call fam C. So, hey, it's some of you young folk, you take it a different kind of way. But I'm old, brother.
I'll let you have that one. I see what you're saying.
Well, I again welcome to the show. We'll get to my sugar-free sweet potato pie later. We were just doing interviews from the Florida Classic. I'll say this: that last FAMU score, again, I probably should have been kicked out the press box. But also,
it's probably a good thing I wasn't in the press box with you, because all 3 of us would have been over there on the sideline.
There was
that's the reason why I don't ever want to be in the press box.
Yeah, they would have put me out real fast. I would have been done before we got to halftime.
Hey, yo, chill out in the comments, man. So we had
we got
young
another
lady
troll
from Bethune.
We
had a young lady from Bethune. Young lady from Bethune who was in the press box with us, and at that score at the end of the game, she was about to celebrate. I said, you got to take that down the hall like everybody else. Take that down the hall.
No cheering in the press box. That's the first thing.
in the press box. Yep, that's how I know I would have been put out.
See, I couldn't do that because if it'd be like me being at the Cowboys game. You gotta take that shit down there. You gotta take it downstairs.
Put me and my camera on the sidelines. I'm good with that.
Well, one thing I will give credit to Woody, Coach Woody, has come a long way with the fan base.
Is he really coaching that team? Because this turnaround is unbelievable. I feel like it's the offensive coordinator. Ain't no way in hell.
That's an accurate assessment.
Okay, all right.
You have to give Coach Woody
and hey, I wasn't being funny when I said that. It's just the turnaround. That's night and day. He didn't pull that. That ain't him.
Yeah, I think you have to give him credit for, he's the head coach, so he gets all the blame when things go poorly. So you have to give him credit when things go well. Some of that being is actually putting the right guys in place. And so hiring a Dante Pimpleton and looking at this offense this year, it made Bethune-Cookman football exciting. It gave us a chance to win every game that we were in. Last year, honestly, actually the last 2 years, it was hard to watch Bethune-Cookman football. And so, and it's not, I'm not just talking about the wins and losses, because I'd say that even with the perspective right now of I'm very pleased with the direction that we're headed in. And I'm also very anchored in the reality that we're 6-6. So I'm not treating it like we're, that we won 10 games this year. But, and so I think you take it both ways, right? I think the program is headed in the right direction. We have people around who are competent. We saw that on the offensive side of the ball. I think we can make the next big step right now is to keep some of those offensive players in-house and keep them on the roster. Troy, I know you heard some of the Bethune-Cookman coaches worried about their roster being plucked from larger universities through NIL. But
I think the whole SWAC has that same worry. Honestly, I think y'all might be in a little bit of a tighter spot, but I think we all had that same worry.
Yeah. So but offensively, I think we'll be fine. The next step, the next progression of this program, considering that they fixed the off-field things with APR, the offense is now improving. The special teams are playing well. You're getting excitement amongst the fan base, so people will start giving again. That helps. And so so now what you have to do is you got to figure out how to fix that defense. And I know all of us we use choice words, some of them of a vulgar nature for some people. For some of us, we were darn shooting because we trying to stay away from the words. But I liken Saturday's game to this. It doesn't matter the record of the teams, doesn't matter how they played in other games, doesn't matter if it's a really good Bethune-Cookman team or a really good FAMU team or one of the others back, doesn't matter. Somewhere around the middle of the third quarter, these games always come to life. And you get that final quarter and a half, and it's always, must see TV. And so, the fact that the defenses weren't great actually lend itself to great entertainment for us, because we saw 32 points scored in the fourth quarter alone. And, I felt like Pink. I ain't gonna lie. I'm telling you guys. I felt like Pinky on Fridays, right? Remember when Ice Cube pulled a pistol on him? I'm sorry, man. I got a family, Man, that Negro scared me, but I held I thought we were going to lose that game. I really did, and so I didn't feel like that coming into the game, but you guys had all the momentum, and it felt just like FAMU's victories throughout the season, where you guys would hang around, and then RJ would just kind of find the right gear, and you guys would find a way to win at the end. And I'm sitting there thinking, this feels exactly like FAMU felt for the last 4 or 5 weeks. And I was like, that's not good for us. And I was scared. And so, but, a couple of plays from a couple of playmakers, and, Miss Mary kind of peeked through the clouds, and we leaned into that little spiritual side, and some kind of way we got a Hail Mary, and it fell right into the hands of Josh Evans at the end of the game.
Yeah. It is.
I will say that, and I think I tweeted this and a lot of people didn't see it. I think we had like 55,000 people there.
Yeah.
In order for us to get back to like that 70K mark that we used to be at, both teams have to be good. When one team is bad, it doesn't matter if it's us or if it's y'all. When one team is bad, the attendance suffers, and that means the program suffer on the other end because we own that classic. So that's less money coming in. So not only just for the sake of the SWAC, having a really good Bethune team is better. Is better for the classic. So I still don't like y'all. That's just what it is. But being successful helps everybody out. That's the most y'all gonna get out of me.
Hey, I'm taking it. I'm writing it down. I'm time stamping it. Yeah, so
Well, post game, Coach Woody, and I asked him, and again, in the moment, it seemed like he was angry at the question, but now that I look at it, it doesn't seem that way anymore. Again, when you away from it for a little bit, it gives you a little bit different view. But this was his answer to my question. Coach Woody, Troy White, Fat Mouth Sports. We talk a lot about HBCU coaches and what they have to do to build a winner. You came into a situation where you needed to get the grades and the academics straight first to now winning a Florida Classic. Can you tell us about that process and how does it feel to see these guys succeed at the biggest game of the year?
Well, like we said all the time, you have to prepare. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. And from day one, I told the players that we need a player-led team. And what I mean by that is it has to start in the classroom, has to start on the field, and it has to start off the field. I contribute to the coaches on our staff believing in the standard is the standard. And now these guys understand that everything we went through now is paying off.
So this is what I was getting. What he basically saying in terms of, in my terms, he's saying that, hey, we ain't with that losing shit no more. Excuse my language. You really think about it.
Yeah. So Raymond Woody is not a great extemporaneous speaker, and so if you he's just not. And so but I can kind of translate kind of what, knowing him personally, engaging with him. So because of the APR issues, Bethune, they've lost practice time over the last several years. So this kind of idea of, talking about taking care of business off the field, being player led, it's getting, I'm translating, it's getting that information downloaded into your team and making sure that the players are holding one another accountable off the field. And then the benefit of that is that you're getting extra hours of actual practice time. And that actually has an impact on your preparation, which you mentioned, has an impact on what you see on the field, and so it makes a difference. And so again, it's not just, again, and Troy heard this the other day. I don't know if some of you, Doc, I think you were on too at the time when the receiver coach Tristan Walker came onto the show that we were on, a different show we were on. He mentioned that, I lost my train of thought, but he I lost my whole train of thought. Right there with Coach Walker when he what did you just say?
Oh, yeah, talking about player led, but when we were on the spaces, he was saying that we're not trying to lose.
Right.
That's a whole attitude you need to have.
Say that again.
That's a whole attitude you need to have. We ain't trying to lose. Ain't trying to lose on the field, ain't trying to lose in the classroom.
No, it was, it's all of it. I mean, there's a lots going on, but again, those guys. Oh, I know I was going to. What Coach Walker was talking about, that final play that we saw in the game, right? In that final play, he talked about at halftime they made a site adjustment about something that same play was run early in the game. FAMU reacted. They jumped the stock route at the stick route, and so at halftime they came back and they made an adjustment. If we get in the same down and distance again, we're gonna run stop and go on the outside receivers. And that's what actually scored the game. So when you see FAMU players reacting a certain way, it's because they saw that play earlier. Cookman just made an adjustment to it. I'm bringing all that up to say that extra time that you have, that you lose in APR, where you lose those extra hours during the week, well, now you can actually spend enough time with your guys that you're able to go over more things. You're able to give them more information. You're able to even to make adjustments during the game, and they're able to take it and actually translate that into action. When you don't have those extra hours, you lose a lot of that stuff. So you just kind of stuck with what you're stuck with. And so again, those are some of the things that you don't see, and while it actually matters and how it actually shows up in the actual game.
Well, I congratulated y'all on completing your therapy sessions. Y'all are better for it. And I know it may even be short-lived, but I think Coach Woody should get some more time to build the program that he's trying to build.
I don't know. This might have been his saving grace.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
considering how many games y'all won last year, Red?
2
to 6, and how many y'all won the year before that?
3.
So he has improved year over year, even with APR issues. So I don't know how the fans feel, of course, but from a Red Diz position, can I hire a coach to do better with what I have right now? Probably not.
Yeah. I don't think you
know.
really have to. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Yeah, I don't think you have to. I don't think you have to make a change at the top. I think you extend. I think you extend Raymond Woody. Now, do you want to give him 3 years? Do you want to give him a 2-year? Do you want to give him a 1 year? That's an administrative decision. But I do think that there can be a stipulation in there is that, well, we're going to re-sign you, but we need to know what your plans are to fix your defense, because again, you saw the drastic improvement on the offensive side of the ball. We have not seen that level of improvement on the defensive side of the ball. And if you want to say, the goal is to compete for a championship, then you got to fix the defense. But again, Bethune's offense can run with anybody. So now you got to try to close the gap. You close the gap on the opposite side of the ball. The good news for Coach Woody, and why you don't want to disrupt things too much, is that all those guys you saw off, everybody who scored a touchdown, everyone who scored a touchdown for Bethune-Cookman returning next year, unless we lose them to the portal.
Well, I'm done reliving this. We got to get to this Bayou Classic because it is another hate week going on this week. Southern and Grambling State in New Orleans for what we thought was going to be something different this year, but Southern has fallen on hard times, and I have been very public in saying their defensive tackles have been playing on their stomachs all season long, which causes a lot of problems from their defense.
I really want you to stop.
It has been since listen, I haven't said anything that was a lie. From the SWAC MEAC Challenge or MEAC SWAC Challenge, however it's correctly stated, they got bullied from their defensive tackles, and they have a all-world edge rusher that was made to look human this year, and it's because he didn't have help inside.
I wouldn't call him an all-world edge rusher.
It come up.
What would you call him?
I'll call him he just there so he won't get fined.
Wow.
That man.
Ooh, find somebody else to tussle on this show.
Hey, they gotta show me some fight. And they ain't showed me no fight in the last 6-7 games. Especially not against us.
When your defensive tackles are playing on your stomach, and I'm not a Southern apologist. I'm not. But it is, we want so badly for our players to go to the next level. And when those opportunities are shortened, I'm going to use that term, because of the teammates around them aren't producing, and Southern fired the head coach, rightly so, we got to talk about stuff like this happens. Like, coaching matters. And I understand that there were injuries and you got offensive linemen that are playing defensive tackles. That's fine, but this is D1 football. Nobody don't care about your excuses at all. That's all I was saying. It wasn't a funny jab. It's just I looked at the tape. And when I look at tape, I get mad because I see stuff I don't want to see. That's why a lot of times I don't look at tape. And looking at Southern tape, Southern's problems was on the defensive line when it came to defense. That's where it started. They had other issues, but when your trenches are terrible, everything else just gets worse. So that's all I'm saying. But Miss Ross, the history of this game goes back a long way. There's some great players in this game. I am a Doug Williams fan. That was the quarterback that I got to watch growing up. So this classic, I'm going to hold on. I don't know what that was. Is that what? That's got to be one of them Cookman people. So I'm sorry, I got distracted. I saw a squirrel. With everything that has gone on with Southern and the questions around Grambling State, how do you see this game going?
Honestly, I hate to say it. It's not going to be like a Jackson State and Grambling game where we know we're going to win. And I only say that because the history of Southern and Grambling. In undergrad, Bruce Eugene was my quarterback. And I literally watched Bruce Eugene break record after record after record. But every time we got the Bayou Classic, somehow he just, and we would lose Bayou Classic and then win a SWAC championship. So that it was like that. So when we go into Bayou Classic, I personally think we're gonna win. I don't think Southern has anything that, you know, that just kind of has me worried about it. But like I said, it's just one of those things where, like you just said, coaching matters. It matters if, you know, you calling certain plays or if you going for it and you just shouldn't just kick the damn field goal. We've been struggling with that all season. So I don't really know, but I'm gonna go with my team, of course. So I think we're gonna get the dub. Now, how many points we're gonna win by? That I don't know because of the history. It's a big game. A lot of people show up. It's a fun-filled weekend. I don't know if y'all have ever been, but if not, definitely add that to your bucket list. Just like I gotta add Florida Classic to mine. But yeah, it's just one of those things. We're playing with a young quarterback. He's a freshman. He's a true freshman. Red shirt came off the bench, and you know he's been putting up numbers. But a weekend before last, during the Alcorn game, he struggled a little bit. We had a lot of players out because of the Bethune situation, you know, whatever. But I think they're gonna shake back. I think we're gonna pull it off. I think we're gonna win. I don't know what y'all think since y'all watching film and stuff, but yeah.
So I'll be honest with you. Go ahead, Doc.
He just said Bruce Eugene. I was like, you know what? I hate seeing that dude right there.
Listen, he was like almost 300 pounds at one point, and it was that was unreal just watching him play. Like I don't think I've ever really seen a quarterback like that since him. I mean, I'm a little old, you know, a little seasoned, and I just ain't seen nothing like him yet. And yeah. But we would get.
She's 25 years old. Talking about she old. Wow.
Okay. I wish she was.
We're not doing that tonight.
That man used to kick. Oh my God, that man used to kick the crap out of us back then. I was already gone from Jackson State. He watching him is like, you know what? Somebody got to put him on his tail though, because
Doc, he got us too, and we played them in Cincinnati when we were in the MEAC. They were, and we were winning, and then in the fourth quarter, man, they found. I'm not gonna call the kid's name. They found one player on one of our corners who couldn't cover, and man, the coach tried to hide him. He put him inside and put him outside, and anywhere he was, Bruce Eugene would find him in that fourth quarter. It came back and beat us at the end. That dang on Bruce Eugene, man.
Was it overtime that we? I don't know.
No, it was so to make all of these Rattlers feel good, you all beat us back then the same way we won on Saturday. So I'm still. You just brought that up. I think
beat
y'all
y'all
set me up.
worse. We beat y'all worse back then.
I think you set me up for that one because now I just went from the joy of Saturday to remembering Bruce Eugene breaking our heart at the end of the game. So, there you go, Troy. Now I want to talk about monk fruit, sweet potato pies, too.
No, I want to go back to Cincinnati because that was the first time. That was literally the first time I heard Bethune-Cookman's band. I marched in the band, by the way. So we were sitting across from them, and they're just blowing. Like, the football team was good. Of course, like I said, we got Bruce Eugene. We got all these receivers. We got defense. It's just A1. And we just could not get a lead on Bethune until the fourth quarter. I don't know why I thought we went into overtime, but that fourth quarter, and we pulled it off. And they, got to play their little Wildcat song, but it was okay because we had already won the game. So
they don't know but one song anyway.
I just want to take time out my day to hope Jay Walker stubs his toe every morning at 3 a.m.
To stub it, I hope somebody run that motherfucker over.
It's Thanksgiving week, man. You don't got nothing. You're not thankful for anything Jay do. So
I will be thankful if he stubs his toe.
Jay Walker sucks as a commentator. I want him to go somewhere else.
How does he keep getting these jobs? He must know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. Because
I agree. He gotta have a video of somebody slapping baby cats.
Somebody keeping a hole.
There is no possible way you could be on a Norfolk State, South Carolina State game and bring up FAMU. Like, they're not even in the game. Why are you bringing that up?
If my football program got shut down and I was scrambling to find somewhere and I really wanted to be a Rattler and I called and the coach said, fuck no, I would be upset too.
Now, listen, I don't know how you feel about him as a comment. Well, I obviously I know how you feel about him as a commentator. But he was a heck of a player. You can't take that away from him.
He absolutely was. He wanted to come to FAMU, and I think who was coach at the time? It wasn't Joe. Who was coach at the time?
Billy Joe.
Was it?
No.
It wasn't.
No, it was Ken Riley.
It was Ken Riley.
Ken Riley.
He called Ken Riley, and Ken said, "I pass." For whatever reason, he didn't fit the offense. Whatever the reason was, maybe that was his first time in life ever being told no. But he clearly has been carried.
But he sure did fit that offense in Howard, though. So
he did. Hey, that was his. And that was his blessing in disguise. God always got a ram in the bush, but leave us out of it.
Hey, that man got pure unadulterated hate for Jackson State.
He hates the both of us. You are
how he
right.
don't mention y'all like that.
He does. Yes, he does.
You gotta watch. Like when he calls their games, it's bad.
Y'all giving him a lot of airplay trying to figure out who he hate the most.
So, again, but I would know how I feel about it.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah. So, but listen, I don't think Southern has a chance.
You're right.
Against Grambling.
So
they have athletes.
This Bayou Classic. This Bayou Classic, it's a lot of storylines going into this Bayou Classic. It's a lot of word on the street rumors. Everybody's waiting on Southern to name their head coach. I'll say this: do not be shocked if it's not Marshall Faulk. I know everybody loves that name. It is somehow sexy. I don't know why. I have no clue why that is a sexy name, but that is a sexy name for some reason, and so maybe that is their next head coach. I do not know.
I said that if you made Marshall Faulk the head coach, that means that you ain't really about winning. You're not really about winning. You about filling butts in the stands. You only seat 24,000.
When you keep firing your previous coaches and gotta pay them out, you somehow gotta figure out how to get out the red. So gotta get out of red, get in the black. And I allegedly, I can confirm, but allegedly that is definitely their next coach. Allegedly. The ink just dried today. So yeah, but like I said, if you keep firing coaches and you have to pay them out, you have to somehow make up for that deficit somehow. So if you hire a celebrity coach, you get butts in the seat. But Southern usually shows up to games anyway. They have a lot of season ticket holders. They have a lot of people that come. The environment is crazy between Southern and Jackson fans, and just game day experience is just a crazy atmosphere. FAMU too. I've heard about them too. But yeah, they just gotta somehow make up for their lost revenue because they keep firing coaches. What's the third coach?
When they gonna fire the AD?
Well, the AD is in the back pocket of one of the board trustee members.
That's
so
all.
You gotta get rid of that dude. I don't, and that's what I said. I think Roman Banks means good. It's just that he's listening to somebody else that's in his ear. He got him in his back pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't go and replace Dawson Odoms with Jason Rollins. Even though Jason Rollins is a good defensive coordinator, you don't go and replace him with him, and then you turn around and you backdoor and get Eric Dooley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I think some of that problem is the fact that the Dawson Odoms would leave Southern to go to Norfolk. Talk about some of the issues that's happening behind the scenes that the rest of us aren't really privy to. But Southern is a premier job. Now Norfolk, I think, that's a gold mine waiting for somebody to land it. With their recruiting, they have amazing fan support. They have alumni base that they have some money. They give. They love Norfolk State. They have a great recruiting base. But Norfolk hasn't been that since really they left the CIAA. Maybe a couple of years here and there. So, but the fact that you would leave Southern to go there speaks to something larger. I do have another question for Ms. Rock. Being a Florida boy, kind of explain to me some of the cultural differences or just kind of the personalities between Southern alums, Grambling alums. Just what are some of just kind of the differences in the two universities and the alums and kind of Northern Louisiana versus Southern Louisiana? Help us understand for those of us who are down here in Florida.
Okay, so it's literally just like y'all. Literally. Okay, so in undergrad we did a parade in Florida, a Martin Luther King Day parade when I was in Grambling, and the culture was so. Is that what it is? Well,
probably in St. Pete.
It was a huge parade, and we went down there and did this parade, and we also performed with Bethune and all kinds of stuff. So I don't know what, but anyway, yeah. So the culture in that parade was so different. I've never seen anything like it before. But it reminded me a little bit of New Orleans. So how you kind of further kind of get an idea. So we are North Louisiana and they are South Louisiana. They talk different. They dress different. They cook different. Everything is just different. You can see them and hear them coming from a mile away. Like literally. They just, they're great people, just different. But when you get to North Louisiana, they call us kind of like the country bumpkins. Like, because we close to the Mississippi. Well, they're close to Mississippi too, but Mississippi from Grambling is like an hour and some. So they kind of call us like the country cousins. So
this sounds like Miami versus North Florida. I'm not even gonna hold you, and I'm saying that as a Florida boy. This sounds like Miami versus North Florida. Nah, you from Florida? Nah, I'm from Miami.
Yes, they'll say in a heartbeat. If you ask them where they're from, they'll be like, "Oh, you from Louisiana?" They'll say, "No, we're from New Orleans. I'm from New Orleans. I'm not from Louisiana. I'm from New Orleans." So
it's just like here in Texas. It's Dallas versus Houston.
You
can tell somebody from Houston. You can tell somebody from Dallas just by how we talk, how we present ourselves, basically how we look and how we ride around and stuff like that.
Yep. Same. It's the same thing here.
Like, yeah. Where are you from? You from that? No, I'm from Oak Cliff. Let's put it just like that.
Right.
Since we talking about cultural differences,
But that's
I
how
am
it
a
is.
fan. No, I'm just saying I am a fan of a few things, and the tailgate is definitely one of the things I'm a fan of. What is the tailgate like at the Bayou Classic?
Hey,
Oh my
I gotta
God.
go down there one year.
Yeah, y'all gotta come. So,
Yeah, I
okay,
gotta
so
come.
the weekend is like, so the tailgating, of course, it's close to the stadium. It's close to the Superdome. So I probably could take a video and post it on Twitter, probably Saturday. So as you kind of get down, you have like a bunch of food trucks that are just kind of lined up in like one little block of the spaces. But I think it's like 20 of them in one little area. So you cross the street, that's where you have like the tailgating spots. So you have DJs, you have bars, you have, t-shirt vendors, you have just people playing games, you have people watching, whatever games that are on that day. Then kind of down the street, you have the Fan Fest where you probably had Lil Boosie performing or Rick Ross, and so it's like just a really crazy day. So the tailgating experience, you get up, you drink your water, of course, especially if you look, look up in age, you get your little BC or Tylenol. And yeah, that's it. You just literally you're gonna be going from place to place to place because it's so much to do. Like it's never a dull moment at the tailgate.
And then after the game, you're gonna go right on over to Bourbon Street to the French Quarter and just get you already gonna get buzzed just from being at tailgate. You're gonna turn around and go to the French Quarter and get
the blonde head lady is watching. The blonde head lady is watching.
Hey, you need a better code word because now she's gonna beat you up when you go to sleep.
I just text her and be like, "Can we go to can we go to Bayou?" My wife.
Ask her, can you go outside and play?
Like I'm in real time. Can we go to the Bayou Classic next year?
Right.
And not really.
I really should come. Like I'll send y'all the information. I probably could grab a couple tickets and
a couple of us on here have to ask for permission. So
just send Jamal the directions because he was gonna go to Itabena with the free tickets. Now he can come over to
Itabena got mosquitoes bigger than me. They ain't gotta worry about me coming up there free. Bring your own child. They ain't never gotta worry about seeing me.
And that
comes a lot.
Never.
Oh.
That drive from Tampa didn't sound right. And then people talking about, we're gonna fly up. To what airport?
To where?
Jackson.
We all end up flying into Jackson. Everybody want to fly into Jackson and then drive. And what is that? Another 2 hours?
Hour and 30 minutes.
Okay.
I can do it in an hour. No,
but it's like a lot of back
roads
and stuff too. I think. Is it back roads coming from Jackson? Doc, going to
go Highway 49.
Woo.
I don't do back roads. Y'all ain't got to worry about it.
I mean, but it's the main highway because one part. So here's the thing: if you leave out of Jackson on 49, you go up, you go through Yazoo and everything, and then it's a split. So one side goes towards Greenwood, the other side goes towards into, if I'm not mistaken, do it go into Moorhead? Where people out there say Mohead, pause. But that's where you go, and then you get to Highway 82, and it's right there on Highway 82. Like the school is.
You know what? You ain't even got to worry about it. When I went to Montgomery from Tampa, I went on and off Highway 82 way too many times. I don't ever want to see Highway 82 ever again. I'm straight. 10 hours from Tampa. I'm good.
Good luck we call it itty bitty
Mississippi.
And that would be accurate. And I'm saying that as a man from a town that's smaller than 50,000. I'm good.
Hey, but like I said, get the Itabena. Don't. Yeah, one go to Belzone, the other go through go to Greenwood. But yeah, you get to Itabena. Don't sleep on that gas station chicken.
Of course not. I eat gas station.
No.
I heard they got good tailgate too.
Listen, I eat gas station
Prairie.
chicken gizzards for breakfast in the morning before I go to work. So you ain't having a good time for me.
Listen, we going to Grambling for basketball because I'm going. Coach Crary said it's gas station
Yeah.
chicken that's by the
I
school.
told
So
you
I'm
it's
going to the
it's
game.
the chicken spot. Like when you exit off, when you get off the freeway, right? You
Yeah,
exit off
exit
the
81.
Yeah.
Exit 81. My bad. Let me say it correctly. Exit 81. When you come in, there's an Exxon on your left hand side, and
Mhm.
then it's a little shopping center on your left hand side, but on the right hand side is the gas station where they got the good ass chicken at.
Yep.
The station ain't that it might not look clean, but
That's why it's
it might
fried.
not look, but
Right.
like, hey, you gon'
Hey, I'm about to say they
Hey, Troy, let me tell you something.
they got a couple
I got a
winos
lead.
sitting outside because that's the spot for me.
I don't tell. You can tell the blonde haired lady. I'm gonna whisper because I don't want the blonde haired lady to hear, so she don't blackmail me. But my wife be embarrassing me sometimes because we'll go to like gas station. I go to gas station chicken, and she like, "Do y'all got something grilled?" I'm like, "If you don't be quiet around here, you gonna get me stopped."
You better get y'all.
if you want some grill, you got to go to Ruston.
No,
Yeah.
man, I'm like, I'm here for
Yeah.
the fry for the grease. You gonna die
Yeah,
eating
they
the
definitely
grill.
got chicken gizzards and all of the everything. That was the first time when I ate chicken gizzards. I'm from Mississippi, but gas station chicken gizzards, they be a little salty sometimes. They good.
Oh yeah, give me a large chicken and gizzard plate with the hot sauce ketchup on the side. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but I mean, if Coach Prairie had
Listen,
invited y'all down for a game, I think that's like I don't know which game it is. Hopefully, y'all come maybe for like the Southern and Grambling game. That's when a lot of people come out. We usually tailgate for like the
So y'all
basketball.
hate each other in every sport.
Yeah, it gets like that. Yeah.
Hey, Red, we might have found our cousins for real because I
Yeah,
hate
I
y'all
know.
too.
So, but you know what's crazy? So this is how most Cookman people don't hate FAMU people. Most FAMU people, yeah, they kind of hate us, you know. So
Okay.
I'm asking,
Yeah, just like with Grambling.
with
Yeah.
Grambling and Southern, how does that work?
It's the same. So it's kind of like Southern people that actually hate us. Yeah, they don't like us. And then it's like Grambling, we're just like, oh, we're just cousins. It's like, just come on, just
Yeah.
come on. But no,
Yeah.
they don't like us.
So it is
hold
different
on, wait.
between
Let's add some context to what
Grambling
Jerry
and
said.
Prairie.
Yeah, with some context.
Let's add some context because what Jerry leaves out is while I brag about 17 national championships, it's really supposed to be 22. And a couple of them, that man who wears a white suit in the rain and don't get wet, yeah, he stopped a couple of them.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen,
And
y'all.
the reason
It
you're laughing is
rained.
because you know I'm true. You know it's true.
It
That
rained
man,
during the Florida Classic one year, and he changed clothes at halftime because he ain't want his clothes to be wet, and he proceeded to beat our ass. Want to know why he beat our ass? Because he had a quarterback that ended up being a Jacksonville Jaguar and had an amazing career. And no matter where the hell Ben Dodge, not what Ben Dodge, it was and what made it so crazy, the man was my high school PE teacher. No matter where he threw the ball, he could throw it behind him. He was right there to pick it off.
Mm.
That was a long ass game in Orlando that weekend. We
Yeah,
couldn't do
listen,
nothing right.
I was like, hey man, who's this dude out here in this linen suit, bro? Like he going to the Frankie Beverly and Mays concert.
do not
Like
understand.
for real, like seriously. I'm like, then just watching the game, I was like, oh,
He
he's
cold.
Troy, did you
He
see
was
him in the press box,
cold-blooded.
Troy? Did you see him in
I
the press
saw him.
box on
I
Saturday,
saw
Troy?
him.
Hey,
I saw him.
thank you, Matt.
He's
It
70
was
something years
Rashad.
old.
It was
He was.
Rasheem
I'll let
Mathis.
Troy describe it to you.
Oh, he still look like a Mississippi pimp. He still look like a Mississippi pimp.
You know what? He took a picture with our last AD 2 years ago, and he told him to stop so he could show off his Burberry belt before they took the picture.
I know that's right.
And I said, you know what? When God made Alvin White, he only made one because there was not
And
enough space on this earth for two.
You
Right.
know what? That sounds like a Dallas dude right there. That sounds like a Dallas dude from back in the 2010 when we used to do the D-Town Boogie. We gonna show off everything that we got so we can get up in this picture, in this photos, in this video, whatever.
Shine is from Duval. That is a Duval guy.
Yep, that man is Duval County through and through.
What's
I
funny
know it's
is
different.
I
I
can't
know
hate
it's
him because he's
different.
a Raider.
I know it's different, like between Grambling and Prairie View, because Prairie View act like they got everything, and Grambling be like, that's how we've been busting y'all ass for like the last 30 years.
Yeah. Like
So-
now it does. Okay, so first of all, PV had, I think they went in the record books for like the most losses in what NCAA or something like that, or D1, something like that. So that was the first order of business. The second order of business is we used to show up in there just to have fun at the stadium because we knew we was gonna beat them. They was so sorry. So recently they just started recruiting. Of course, we kind of had a couple down years. And they just started whooping our ass. And I was just like, just sitting there like, I can't believe this is happening. I mean, they got a good little run this season. So they got a good little run this season. I'm happy to see them. Hopefully more than 3 people and a dog show up, in the but I'm proud of them. Proud of them.
That's what I'm saying. I've seen I go to every State Fair Classic game from 1992 all the way up until now. Now I missed a couple of them, but I didn't miss the one. It was in '98 after PV got into the fight with Souther. The band got into it, and they was like, "We ain't ducking no smoke. We still coming to the State Fair Classic." And they got fined and they got suspended.
That happened again, though. I believe they had a fight with the football players like in, what was that, 2003 or 4? I can't really remember. And some of our players got suspended again. So PV used to like to fight. Well, they still fight. They'll still fight you. The band and the football team. They gets real get up. Well, not get up. They gets real. They likes to fight. So yeah. But this year, I guess they kind of got the new coach, and they turning over a new leaf. So they just go the other way, and they just doing their thing.
Since we're talking about fighting, I gotta ask a question.
Lord.
Jesus.
Who made Mickey read that speech? Somebody on camera had a shotgun. I know. Because
okay, off the record, but on the record, I heard they didn't know he was reading that. I heard that he got in there and just started reading off the paper. But Mickey is like one of those coaches that he's very passionate. And I don't know what y'all see in the media of him, and
is Mickey married?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say because his wife said if you don't go fix this work now, she had her teeth closed and clenched. He was like, "Yeah, I got it."
Yeah, because like that's the reason why our father was high, because of what he said about the disrespect, and then also because one of the kids threw a helmet in the stands. So that's why we got hit with the $40K. It was because of the fight, the helmet being thrown in the stands, and Mickey's comments. So when he got in there to read the speech, I was told that they didn't know he was reading it. So
man, all I know is I talked to Mickey Joseph at Media Day. It's like he ain't nothing but straight up New Orleans.
Yes. Yes.
He is straight up.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he is straight up New Orleans. Like he is not taking no type. He ain't taking no type of shit whatsoever. Like, man, I like. You know what? Grambling better go ahead and pay this man some extra money. Give him a couple more years because he's doing a better job. He's did a better job than Hugh Jackson. He's did a better job than Roger Favre in his last couple of years.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a bump in the road last season. I mean, of course, you coming in, you trying to do your thing, and you trying to bring in your people and stuff like that. And now he got to the point where he got his people in, and it contributed to 7 wins.
Yeah,
puts the lotion on the skin.
So it's interesting that you mentioned Favre because everybody's talking about Marshall Faulk. That's the name I keep hearing about Southern. So how would you feel about Favre going to Southern?
Well, like I was telling them earlier, kind of before you came on. Now, I did hear that Favre was the candidate. I personally feel like Favre going to Southern would be great because we would definitely beat their asses every year. So,
Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
So you ain't got a snowball chance in hell.
So when Favre was the coach, he had a very good coaching staff. Everybody played a very important part. Like everybody just knew their roles, and it was like a machine. Every coach had their players. Everybody was just top tier. Once the coaches started kind of leaving, going to different jobs and going to different schools and stuff like that, that's when you kind of saw the fall of everything. So yeah, I would love to see him at Southern. That would be amazing.
I mean, but he took over. So when Broadway went over to A&T, I mean, he took over a championship team, and I mean, you still had, I think, one of the better quarterbacks in the sway in Kincaid.
Oh yeah,
oh,
yeah. And a lot of those players went to the league. I could probably about 4 or 5 of them definitely went to the league. So it was like a machine up in there. And like I said, when the players started kind of graduating, it didn't seem like he was doing much recruiting. Some of the coaches left. It just all fell apart. So I mean, hey, maybe he learned from those mistakes, and maybe he'll do better at Southern. I whatever. But hey, we'll see.
How would you feel about a MEAC national champion coach going to Southern?
I knew you was gonna bring that up.
What are you talking about?
You talking about Trey or
the other one?
Yep, that's the other name. No Trey.
The other one.
No, Trey's the name.
Trey's the name. Trey's the other name.
I heard both, either one or the other.
Okay, so Trey used to coach at Grambling. I believe he was on the Celebration Bowl. If I'm not mistaken, on one of the two. But I did hear about them possibly seeking him out to go to Southern, and he turned it down. Said he didn't want to leave North Carolina. So that was kind of what I was told. But
if you really think about it, though, too, it was almost the same thing when Southern had fired Dooley. Remember, they would try to get Berry out of Benedict to come to Baton Rouge, and I was like, y'all want Black Thanos to come down to Baton Rouge and take over, because he got it's something about him where it's like the kids just follow him. He like the Pied Piper. I don't care how you do it, how he does it, anything like that. It's like all he do is win. The man ain't lost a conference game in 3.5 years.
Yeah, but he's not leaving South Carolina.
He's not leaving
South Carolina. Nope.
The reason why South Carolina State was easy to kind of pull him, because I think he lives like 10 minutes or so from the campus.
Yep.
Yep.
So
and then
I'll say somebody asked about the 5 candidates for the Southern job. From my knowledge, it is Marshall Faulk, Ray Lewis, and
wait, the man that got
Please hire Ibis. Please
Wait
don't.
a
Everything
minute.
that is
Wait a
good and
minute.
holy.
Wait a
Allegedly,
minute.
allegedly. Now I I tell you some things, but I won't tell you a lot. But I'll just say allegedly because I don't know
Okay.
who's in the chat.
Hey,
But
Hire
listen.
yeah,
and Ibis. Please.
Southern can do better than that. That man has. I don't think. Does he have any coaching experience at all?
No.
no. But like
No.
I said, when you
You,
try to get out the red, you just shooting to see what you can make at this point.
Yeah, but
Hey,
I
hey,
understand. I
hold on.
understand having a celebrity hire in the
if
age of.
you're gonna hire Ibis, you go ahead and hire.
I don't
You
think
better
Ed Reed.
hire Ed Reed.
Yeah, I
Might
don't
as
think
well. At least Ed
Please.
Reed has coaching experience, though.
Yeah.
That's the only point
The
I'm making.
SWAT can have my media credentials.
Harry shaking
Please.
his
I
head
will
like
be the
no.
new off script. Please hire an Ibis.
I don't know.
Miami HOA.
I don't know.
Cora Gable's HOA has never produced a good coach since. What was the last good
Mark
coach they
Richt.
had play in?
Mark Richt.
Margaret.
Okay, so let me go ahead and show you this.
You gonna take
Fuck Mark Richt.
because he coached with Bobby Bowden at FSU. He was quarterback coach there forever. Yeah.
You want to
Hey,
not win a national
basket.
championship? Have Mark Richt as your offensive coordinator. That's how you not win a national championship.
Oh my gosh.
SWAT
But-
basketball update on the women's side. Southern is down 16 points to Washington State right now.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
Down
But
down
no,
16 or up?
they're down 16, but it's the third quarter with 8 minutes, so it's a lot of basketball left.
Oh,
They
yeah.
just
Washington,
started- they just
Washington,
started the second half, man.
Washington is ranked number 22. I'm absolutely praying for the upset. I'm always gonna root for MEAC and SWAT teams in basketball because I'm a firm believer in that is our equalizer sport.
I know that's right.
That's my spiel for the day.
Jerry, I gotta
Okay.
ask you
Sir.
a question.
No. Yeah. Go ahead.
Bethune Cookman has a Ferrari roster,
Mm-hmm.
and we
Definitely
been
got a
missing on
Ferrari
some-
roster, and they
some wins.
got
recently.
a Ferrari roster with a Kia Soul garage.
Well. Yeah,
Oh my god.
don't get okay. You know my relationship. You know my relationship with certain.
I'm not.
I am not. I don't. I'm not arguing with you at all. I have concerns.
Hold on, wait a minute. Before see, we talk about basketball. Let me ask this question: how the hell did y'all pull Arterio Morris out of Dallas?
He's not. He's a 5-star, but there's some 4-star guys on there. There's some guys who were. I mean,
Dr. Bradley
they
ain't
got,
played yet.
Doc Bradley has not suited up yet. So Bethune's roster is ridiculous. Now you have to do it. Now you got to have the right. You got to have the right general to be able to convince those guys to play within a scheme, to share the ball, to run sets for one another, and do the dirty work. So we're early in the season. And, if you watch Bethune games, even some of the games that they pulled out and won are the ones that they play close in. They kind of they have a tendency to get bogged down. They have a tendency where, the offense, you see a little bit of movement around the key, but not a lot of inside out, not a lot of slashes to the bucket. It's a lot of one-on-one basketball right now. And so, he's got his work cut out. He's going to have to figure some things out in order to get the most out of that roster.
Roz, how long have you been? You live in Dallas, right, Roz?
I live in DeSoto.
How long you been here in Dallas?
Almost 20 years.
I remember watching Arterio when he was in high school at Kimball.
Mm.
And he was that 5-star. He reminded me, I'm gonna give y'all some names. He was a mix between silky and smooth, like Gerald Sasser, who went to SMU from Kimball, and a beast like Keith Frazier, who also went to SMU. He is a mix in between. Like that dude, like, and for him, because he, playing point guard and stuff, he has jumper, he can get to the basket, he can shoot the three. I'm just saying, I'm trying to figure out how the hell Coach Steers pulled him from Dallas.
Now,
I
He
mean,
went somewhere
honestly,
else for real.
it probably was the fresh start. Honestly, dog. Like a lot
Well,
of
yeah,
these
it is a
guys
first
kind of get
because
in bad situations,
he
and it's
was.
like, hey,
yeah,
Yeah,
because
he
come over here,
was.
you know.
recruiting out here like for the past year or two. So I don't know if it's like the new coaching staff or whatever. Because when my brother was in the transfer portal, and they actually pulled him out from PV. He left from PV and went to Bethune, which we thought was so crazy. I'm like, what Bethune? But yeah, he went to Bethune. So
So I'm not the
Bethune
only person that say that.
I mean, but I was
Listen,
just
that's because Daytona's a nice place, man. Bethune is some of the. I get it. Like you go ahead, Troy. Go ahead.
Bethune is the home of the first Christian mingle.
Hey, boy, that was before I was a preacher. I want to stay out of this. I might mute I'm about to tear myself off the camera on this. I don't want to. Yeah. And now, please tell the blonde haired lady don't talk to my wife about this. None of this. I have no recollection of anything prior to. Go ahead, sir.
Well, no, I was just saying, like, why Bethune? Because coming from Dallas and then just going all the way to like maybe somewhere like Bethune, FAMU, and those places, it's kind of far. So
I understand saying that about fam because we on a fucking island on the peninsulas, but I mean, I see it more for Thune.
I mean, but I know he got a trouble when he was at Texas, and then he transferred to. I think he had transferred to Kansas, and that's like, he got it. I mean, he ain't got it to the. I think that's where he got the trouble there at Kansas.
Yeah,
he was on. I think he was on. He was on Bill Self's list, and it's hard to be on that man's. To get on his list right there.
He need to be on his own shit list while he putting everybody else there.
Yeah,
but I just had to ask that question because, like, just coming out like out of because you don't hear you don't see a lot of kids coming out of public school. Not here, not in Dallas. You have to be like damn near A1. And we ain't. I don't want to talk about that school because I hate that school. Duncanville is down the road from me. I went to Cedar Hill, so I hate Duncanville and DeSoto. So
what we do to you?
I know. He said that after asking you where you live. I know that's you, and I still hate you. That's.
No, I don't hate the residents. I just hate the school. I hate the school. I hate both schools.
yes.
Is it because we kind of winning now? Because the boys are dominating now. Duncanville and DeSoto, we.
Well, here's the thing. I always say this. My aunt is a Panther. She taught at Cedar Hill for like 16 years, and then she went over to DeSoto. Now the thing is, she graduated from DeSoto back in the 80s, so that's she went and taught at her alma mater for like the last 4 years, and she retired. She retired like a couple years ago. But I'm just saying, we just had that type of hatred for each other. I don't really hate DeSoto like that. I have more hatred for that school on Camp Wisdom and on Cedar Ridge, the Duncanville High School. I have hatred for that school right there because they think they the shit in everything, in tiddlywinks and paper rock scissors. I don't care for nan one of them schools right there.
So to give y'all some context on DeSoto, so we have people like Von Miller, Errol Spence, Byron Murphy, who went first round draft pick. The list goes on. We have Green Goblin. Like the list goes on. All of those guys play for DeSoto High School. I think we have the most active guys on the roster in the NFL out of all Texas high schools. Might be in the nation. I don't know. We have a lot though. Well, probably not in the nation because you got other schools or whatever. But Yeah, I think it's like 24 actively on the roster in the league right now.
That's
so that just
amazing.
kind of gives you a context of DeSoto High School. So
Yeah.
that's kind of brag a little bit. My son plays for DeSoto High School, by the way. But yeah, so wow, give you a little context of that. So yeah.
And we
So
lost to both of them this season too. So that's my hatred for both of them is internal.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to some games. We're gonna get to a couple games.
What about the
it's a
coaches? I
couple
forgot.
games.
Let's get to the coaches. Because we got some coaches on the team.
Well, I don't want to test the coaches just yet.
Bootskins don't have a coach. Lane Kiffin don't know where he want to run to next. Everybody getting fired at the end of this week. There we go.
Bowie State got a
do this?
Bowie State got an opening. Hampton got an
Nah,
opening.
cause y'all told y'all man that he's safe, even though he keeps getting worse every year. I'm just hoping that the other ex Seminole is on a red eye back to Toronto in 3 weeks.
He said
So,
Toronto.
So what y'all gonna do with the umpire coach y'all got?
I just said it. I hope he on a red eye in the next 3 weeks.
See, you school people right into that point. Right into that point, you school people.
She's still cool. It's the fucking truth. You out here umpiring games and goddamn in August, like we ain't got a game in 3 fucking weeks. What are you doing?
So the statement that he made earlier, yesterday, do you think he was trying to get himself invited out of the door?
No, so we've seen that play before. Anytime the seat get hot, it's everybody's fault but theirs. It's the AD fault. It's the fans' fault. It's the admin fault. Admin, AD, and fans are not responsible for scheme, play watching, player development, or player discipline. That is solely on you, sir.
It is the same playbook. He just saw the person he prayed for across Gain Street just pulled.
Did the same shit. That is the Seminole way. Deflect.
Do y'all understand?
He would make a great politician because that's all they do is finger point.
No, fuck he wouldn't, because he can't get his goddamn words out fast enough to be nobody's fucking politician.
Have you been to Louisiana and Texas and seen our governor? Have you heard Greg Abbott speak? He can't be no
in my brain, Hot Wheels is a deaf mute.
Y'all already know how
he just push out statements.
I be wanting to push him off the damn cliff into Lake Ray Hub and see if he can swim. Move your legs,
he
dude.
Can't.
Move your legs.
Right. Kick, buddy. Kick,
buddy.
Kick faster.
I'm not gonna let them people get in trouble. I'm not gonna let them people get in trouble. We're gonna get to games. Because some
I
of us,
work in the private sector,
like I'm media.
Do nothing to me.
Even though I don't act like I'm media, I'm still media.
I still be want to see if he can swim.
You think if we push him out his chair, he can crawl to find
dude in the Trinity River? We'll see if he can float down.
I hide that motherfucker at the bottom of the ocean.
Nah, so Troy, how do you think FAMU's gonna do it? Do you think the players are gonna show up? Do you think the players will show up at Itabena, Troy?
Oh Lord.
I think here's what I think, right? And here's what's key. Unlike Florida State, you cannot lose the locker room at FAMU. You absolutely 100% cannot lose the locker room at FAMU.
You sure
if the players don't show up again, there is a new athletic director at Florida State. I mean at FAMU. You cannot, on his first month, go out there and absolutely lay an egg again against Valley. Go ahead, Jerry.
I already tweeted that man and asked who's the new football coach. I'll send another one.
You do realize that the new AD was college teammate with the current head coach.
So first off, since Jerry want to go there.
No, I know. I
wasn't in the newspaper. No, I've been nice to Jerry all day. He want to come on. He want to start digging up shit. Come on, Jerry.
I'm digging up
I
something.
just hold on. I just want to
I
point
got
out.
stuff to dig
I
up. I
just
think
want to
I'm being
point out.
kind of cool.
No.
I'm letting y'all
Jerry
just
didn't do nothing
self-destruct.
wrong.
Oh,
Jerry
we
do nothing
self.
wrong.
You know what?
We just need to be acknowledged.
Wait. 1 minute, Troy. I think it's wild to say that we self-destructed when we the only public HBCU in the state. Y'all get to hide behind being private, and y'all get left the fuck alone. We out here fending for our damn selves for everybody else. So we being self-destructive, that's a fucking cop out. You can take that how you want to take it.
All right. So back to
I
my
don't take
statement.
anything you say personal, brother. If
That's
you thought you were gonna hurt my
and
feelings,
that's
you
fine.
failed.
No, I'm not trying to hurt your fucking feelings, but the point still fucking stands.
I
Oh,
was talking
fam,
Here's
about
the
you
deal.
sports, man. You
y'all
went
Hold
into
self
on. Hold
something
on.
goddamn
different.
destructive. But
That's
haven't we
not what
got the fucking high? No, but
I'm a
everybody
guess.
knows that goddamn AD was put there by the governor. Have you
I
ever had
agree.
a governor selected by? Have you ever had anything at your school hand selected by the governor, who has
So
circumvented every single process in path to make things fair and to ensure that shit goes the way it's supposed to. He just was like, nah, I'm gonna put all of my people here.
I'm actually on your side with that more than you probably think so. And so even to the point, if you think about this kind of the pre-Willie Simmons era, right? When you guys went to that 11-year kind of shaky ground, a lot of that stuff you point directly to the administration of Jeb Bush, who installed a bunch of his cronies in place at FAMU at the time, and the
You mean
impact that
after they got rid of the board of regents and
Regent. Yep.
they
I'm I'm
created the board of
I'm
governors?
I'm telling you that this is not an argument for me. I am pro HBCU. And so I agree with your argument. When I said self-destruct, I was talking about you guys talking about your own coaching staff. Had nothing to do with the real issues that black folk face. And that's for our solvency. And so I am always going to be pro HBCU and will never delight in seeing anyone come in to disrupt our culture or the progress that happens for black folk. So we can get that off the table when it relates to me. This was a conversation about sports, and I agree with you that having the governor insert himself in the affairs of Florida A&M, it has gotten so bad that I live here in Orlando. They are now, UCF is trying to take FAMU Law School and claim it for themselves. I don't want to see that.
But all of that goes back to Troy's alma mater as to why we have that law on the book.
It is.
So for the people that don't know, there is a law on the book in Florida that you cannot have two professional schools in the same geographic location.
Right.
So FAMU's original law school was in Tallahassee. It was forcibly closed by the state of Florida, and Florida State got their law school, which is about 5 minutes from FAMU's campus. Flash forward about 15, 20 years when FAMU gets their law school back. It cannot be in Tallahassee because Florida State is there. So our law school is in Orlando, but that also prevents UCF from having a law school in Orlando where their school is located because our law school is there. Nobody can put a law school in Miami because of my Coral Gables HOA. Nobody can put a law school in Tampa because of USF. Nobody can put a law school in Cocoa Beach because of Nova Southern is in Jacksonville. There is one in Brevard County. I cannot think of the name of it. So all of the major cities in the state are now locked out of having professional schools due to Florida State and the boot skins, really.
When I tell you Florida State alumni make it very difficult for me to be a FAMU fan, this is one of them.
They sure do.
The new athletic director, when his bio was written up, they labeled him a star. First off, I was there when he was there. He was not a star. I know all the stars that was there. So we're boosting up something for what? Secondly, he is on a 1-year contract. I've not met him. I have not met this dude outside the 90s. So he could be a completely different person. I do not know. What I do know is this. We continuously have Florida State people injected into FAMU and underperform.
Right.
And it makes it difficult for me to sit here and say to fans, it's going to be okay, when I'm wearing this garnet and gold, and you know for a fact garnet and gold is the reason why your school is called the Rattlers in the first place. I am very pessimistic, but I should be, because I talk to the fans every game that I'm working. I talk to the alumni, the old school seasoned alumni. There is valid reasons not to like Florida State. There are fans that will not watch my show because I'm from Florida State. And I perfectly understand that. But the first thing that has to happen, and I'm sorry, Charlie Ward has to be successful. He cannot have a down year this year. And it's looking that way. And I don't care where his parents came from. I don't care that he won a Heisman. That is in football. The basketball coach has to be successful because he carries that Florida State name behind him. Now let's get to some games. Back to the NBA game. Cozy can't go down there and lay an egg. The team can't go down there and underperform. They have to win this game. This is a must-win game. Not saying that he'll be dismissed if he loses this game. This is a must-win
He
game.
can be dismissed if he win the damn game.
So,
FAMU by 40.
If I'm gonna say this, FAMU should win this game. But the problem that we're gonna have is Valley has a dynamic quarterback.
The problem is gonna be RJ and Swiss cheese as secondary.
So
I got more
Valley
faith in RJ.
Yeah, Valley's lost their biggest advantage, which used to be the field conditions. So they have that artificial turf now. So they used to go there. There used to be a cow pasture, right? Nobody wanted to play there. It's hard to get to, all that stuff. But I will say this again.
This man called they feel a cow pasture.
Tell them, Doc. Tell them how bad that feels.
It's like that, man. Look. If you used to go down there, the grass, and Ross can say this too. The grass used to be about this damn high. It used to bite your ankles. Then you get mosquitoes.
That was the mosquitoes biting you, bro.
It was like August or September. You got mosquitoes. You got big ass Mississippi mosquitoes biting shit out of you. Like you did not want to go down there. You don't.
Why y'all keep trying to get me to go down there?
No.
I don't understand.
But this is what I've been saying this for a while. If FAMU win the Florida Classic, I was confident that they would beat Valley. I thought if FAMU lose the Florida Classic, I think you get a bunch of players who, you guys know how that is. From homecoming, your homecoming is exciting. And then after homecoming, everybody and their aunts and their, uncles, and just like the Bayou Classic, everybody's talking about the Classic. And that's that's what's going on around campus. That's an emotional buildup. You lose that game, and now you have to travel. And from my understanding, FAMU's busing it up there. I think it's going to be hard. It's going to be very hard for James Cozy to keep those guys focused and be engaged. Now, is FAMU still talented enough to win? Yes, they are. But Valley is better than you might expect. That quarterback, Brown, I think besides Body at Alabama State, I think he's the second best quarterback in the conference. He is dynamic. They play very well. They have a tendency to run out of players in depth. That's been their situation the entire year, except against Jackson State. Other than that, they played everybody else tough, and they ran out of players. FAMU, so this makes their season. They're going to be engaged. I see this as like a bowl game in which you get two teams that come in. One's very talented that don't want to be there. One may be a little bit less talented, but they got something to prove. We see that every year on January 1st, and all of a sudden the team that's not as talented but have something to prove wind up winning over a more talented team who's disengaged, and I think that is the biggest challenge for FAMU going to Itta Bena. I got Valley winning.
But so do you feel the same way? What were your thoughts on the game based on if y'all blew us out or if we just won and lost no matter what?
No, my thoughts were on we were in the same position in 2019 against South Carolina State. We actually won that game, but it was a game that was rescheduled for the Hurricane, and we won the Florida Classic. And our guys, we weren't going to win the conference. Our guys could care less against South Carolina State, who's our second biggest rival.
Yeah.
I
For
mean, it's
y'all, yeah.
FAMU, and so, but once we after the Classic, when I'm talking about they laid an egg. They could care less about being there. They showed up. I mean, we got, it was just a very one-sided game when we were still a good team, but they were just disengaged. And so I was always thinking again, and so taking that and then thinking about all these bowl games that we always see, I've been thinking all year, how is Cozy going to keep these guys engaged? I thought the SWAC did FAMU a disadvantage of rescheduling that game and moving it to the end of the year. To me, it's either you move the game to Tallahassee or you just forfeit the game. That was
I said the same shit. Like since they screwed the bed on the game in Atlanta, that wasn't on us, that was on them. So why we gotta play a game the week of Thanksgiving in East ass Mississippi?
Yeah. So it was just college kids, just how they handle bowl game situations, and then living it with us. So,
I can see that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I seen play.
Doc, what you got?
I mean, they look good, but I mean, it's still valid because everybody gonna say it's still valid. But also, I
catch somebody slipping every year.
They catch somebody, yeah, they catch slipping. But I look at FAMU when I saw this past weekend against Bethune-Cookman, it seemed like they was there, but all the way up until the last play of the game. And it seemed like they got disengaged. I don't know who that DB was, number 19. Boy, that boy had a glitch on him. And all I know is he got cooked and cooked.
Imagine being there and watching that shit in real time.
Like, I know you would feel, but it seemed like he had a glitch. Like they turned this.
No, bro. When I tell you, I was looking at their QB, and when I saw him wave the receiver down, I said, "Oh shit!" Like, you go back and watch the clip. He packed the ball and he told him to keep running. There was nobody over there. I was like, I know
you can make your homemade whipped cream sugar free.
No,
you can actually make your homemade whipped cream sugar free.
Don't be. Don't nobody want no sugar free whipped cream. It's Thanksgiving. We want all the calories.
I think you should continue in this conversation. I'm learning quite a lot. What happened on Saturday night? I don't remember. Keep going.
I just said,
really?
You just look at it. You just look at it. It's like his TV got turned off, and he just got burnt. And it's like losing that game. To me, I think FAMU losing that game now. You got to go all the way on the road to Mississippi to play a game which really don't mean anything for either team because of the simple fact that nobody's going to the Celebration Bowl. It's just a game for pride.
Yep. You could have ended your season on the high, show the pass to the left, helmets to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
So you go up in there and it's like, okay, what are we playing for? Yeah. I think they, I don't know if they will check out because I don't know how the players are, but it seems like some of the players are looking like they're going to check out, and I got Valley by at least one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Valley too. I feel like Valley gonna show up. I mean, like I said, they really don't have nothing to lose. But Valley, if you sleep on Valley, they'll catch you slipping. They'll be the team that's going to win. So I only say that because, like I said, FAMU lost last weekend. That was like the peak, and they may be a little bit defeated. The kids might just be like, "Listen, we ain't going to the SWAC championship. We ain't going to the Celebration Bowl. I'm just here so I won't get fined." So I think that's how I look at it.
I hate that James Cozy has removed my ability to fight back against these allegations.
Wow.
Oh man, I just
Danny,
hate
what you got,
y'all.
Danny? Danny, what you got? We might have lost Danny. All right. So before we come back from the holiday break, it's a game that is going to be played. Is the game going to be played in Jackson?
Yeah, the game gonna be played in Jackson. It ain't gonna no dang on Prairie View. Cause we go to Prairie View, we gonna take over Panther Stadium. And our alumni chapter from Houston and alumni chapter for Dallas would just take over that stadium. Ain't nobody else from Mississippi ain't got to come down there. It's a lot of us.
You about to have Tremaine Jackson on the internet yelling again.
Boy, we about to name Panthers. We gonna name that D-Vet at Prairie View, Texas.
Lord. But I thought they confirmed that it said Jackson though.
It's in Jackson.
Oh no, it is.
Okay.
It's in Jackson. You're gonna have 50,000 folks up in that game.
We had Lionel in the chat for a little minute, so that's why I asked that question, because Lionel was in the
Lionel
chat.
Lionel don't want this smoke, man, for real.
If he was still here, I was gonna send him the invite, but he not here because we tried to get him on the show before.
Man, Lionel don't want this smoke. We gonna bring in the marching rain, the rain fall, you know, the marching drip.
The who?
Yeah, because it usually rains during that game.
Yeah, it rains during that game.
It rained in Tallahassee.
I was about to say it.
I was there and I was like, man, my shoes, my jeans done got soaked. I was on the sideline taking pictures. I'm glad my camera was waterproof.
Ash got mad at me because we had to leave. The game had already been delayed. So I'm like, we got to go back because you got to go to school tomorrow. We got to go. He goes,
I said school can wait.
Okay. I said, we on I-10 going back. They resumed the game. He got a tablet up with the game on. He was like, Daddy, turn around. No, we can't turn around. We on I-10. We can't turn around. He didn't speak to me till we got back to Tampa.
Okay.
Man said, take me home.
He heated. He didn't know what to talk to me. Because he don't.
Hey, you got Division II playoff game, Albany State versus Benedict. And if y'all did not see that last play from Benedict, first of all, if y'all didn't see the whole game, how Wingate like dominated them from beginning all the way up until like the second half. That was ridiculous. Like that defense, I think, got 2 or 3 interceptions in the first half. They got 2 interceptions in the first half. They got 1 in the second half. It seemed like Darius Oshie couldn't do nothing out there. They switched to the other quarterback. That's when they made the little comeback, and when just getting down 24-19, and you had like, I think it was like 5 or 6 seconds left on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
And for the receiver to have the wherewithal to throw the ball to the other side of the field to his other receiver who know they got the Jets and just go fly straight down the sideline, bowl over somebody, and still get into the end zone, score the Wayne, get the game with a touchdown. That was ridiculous. And then Albany State going into a shootout with Valdosta, because they were going back and forth in that game. Like, they were literally going back and forth in that game, man. Albany State pulled it out in the final minutes. This is the 3rd time that they played this season. Albany State beat them the first time, I think. Yes, Albany State beat them the first time. They beat them in the conference championship game. Now they're playing in the second round of the playoff. It's hard to be a team 3 times in one season. We all know that. But
we gonna get, no matter what, we gonna get an HBCU versus West Florida, please.
So I'm looking at I'm gonna look at that ex-FAMU quarterback that I used to see. I used to hate seeing when he came. Last time I seen he came to Jackson. Ooh,
Hey, he was another tubby one too.
Yeah.
man.
But as big as Quinn was, he wasn't as big as Bruce Eugene.
No, he wasn't. But he
Ah,
was not a small dude.
No, that's a big human being.
So it's a funny thing. I used to say who weighed more between Bruce Eugene and Rohan David for LSU.
Damn.
Oh dear God!
And, and
Man.
Don't leave
Bruce
out
had
Marcus Lorenzen.
Jared
Jared
Buffett.
Lorenzen, yeah.
Lefty. Oh,
Yeah.
He got him. But you know what the funny thing is? All three of them was mobile for them to be that time.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Jared Lorenzen. But all three of them was mobile. But I'm just saying, when I talked to, I remember 2 years. This is 2 years ago. I had Bruce Eugene on my show, and he told me like, man, shoot, he give it to you. He didn't care. But with Quinn Gray, he came to Jackson my sophomore year in '98. It just kicked our teeth in. But I'm gonna go with Albany State. I'm gonna go Albany State.
Yeah. Can I ask you this? Can I just press a rewind for a quick second? We talk about the Valley game. For the FAMU faithful, would you take a Valley loss if that meant a loss to Valley? If that meant Quinn Gray came to FAMU as a result?
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that here.
No, I'm just asking.
Okay. It can be a Valley win, and I'm still gonna be tweeting the new AD and asking him when Quinn Gray start.
Okay.
Quinn Gray already said that he is not leaving Albany.
No. What he said was it has to be the right situation. That is what he said. And the fact that he hadn't sold his house in Tallahassee tells me what I need to know. But we're going to leave that alone.
I'm going to listen. I was instructed not to engage in the Quinn Gray stuff. I'm going to say this with all my chest. I don't know nothing about nothing. I ain't heard nothing about nothing. I'm just going to tell you what I feel with my heart. If somebody said, Quinn Gray, this job is open, what you do said on Friday, I know I said I wasn't going to never leave the hood when I got my money. But as soon as I got my money, I was gone.
Understood.
Ultimately, everybody want to come home. The same way I'm more than positive that if Clemson called Willie Simmons right now, Miami and Pitbull can go ahead and see his ass and elbows down the road.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I'll be real with you. Like I said, it has to be the perfect situation for him to head back to Tallahassee. And
Willie ain't going to Clemson.
But
no, he's not. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
But I also say this though. This would for Albany State. This would be the second time a head coach done left a FCS job because I think it was Gabe Gardena who's over at Charleston Southern who left from Albany and had them humming too. So
yeah.
Unfortunately, I think we have talked about it on this show, and that's kind of a reality of HBCU football. Guys gonna come in and they gonna give it they all, and they gonna look good. But as soon as somebody come knocking with more money, or that actual institution that they always want to coach at come knocking, they gone.
Yeah, because I'm tired of here's the thing though. I understand. I get what D-Jack said, and it was stupid what he said, but he don't need to go to Cal. I understand that's his alma mater and stuff like that. He does not need to go back to. He don't need to go back to Berkeley. Stay your ass in Dover, bro.
Like we talk about HBCUs that don't have resources.
You're right. It is. It's a stepping stone. Like,
but I mean, if you think about it like this, though, Doc. Look, we started off earlier talking about Lane Kiffin is about a 95% probability that he is leaving Ole Miss. Ole Miss has all the resources that you need. They have everything, but there are just certain jobs. Remember, for a long time, the MAC was kind of the feeder conference. We had all those guys like Urban Meyer and all those guys coming through the MAC. And sometimes what we have to do is be realistic about where we are. And so if you're a D2 team, there's nothing wrong with saying you come to Albany State and coach here, and you can see that you can have success. You give us 3 or 4 good years, you move on to the next job, but then we get the next hot shot. It's the same thing for us in recruiting, right? We can't keep. I won't say who. We got a player right now who I really want to keep, but there's a team that offered $1,000 to him right now. I won't tell you, and it's like, how do you look at that kid and say, man, stay at Bethune-Cookman? We can give you NIL. We got a little bit of NIL money. We don't have that kind of NIL money. And so, but at some point, you get to the point where you embrace who you are and say, come in, you play 2 or 3 good years for me, and if you can go somewhere else, that's okay, because we just can't compete on that front. But if we're always getting the next best thing, I just want to win right now.
Yeah.
Oregon does the exact same thing.
So here's another thing.
Oregon
like
and all the Canada junior schools you talk about, like a lot of their stuff is in-house. That could potentially set our institutions up to launch board and build that. Hey, this coach gonna be here 3-4 years, but as an OC or a DC, you can be the next man up. But you got to stick around. You got to show and prove.
They just signed their coach to an extension for 7 years, 7 more years.
Yeah, but I bet you over the course of that 7 years, they might only lose 2 assistant coaches, and those assistant coaches are probably going to end up being OCs at either the FCS level, where they are pretty much a coaching waiting, or they're going to be a coaching waiting or an OC at the FBS level.
So you look at it, like I said, you got openings. You got your Morgan State. I think Morgan State gonna be open, because I'm sorry, I'm Damon Wilson. I'm cool, but I think he's gone. You got Bowie State that opened up. You got Winston-Salem. You got of course Hampton. We talked about that in the group chat the other day. Got Hampton, Southern. I think they're going to extend Alonzo Hampton at Pine Bluff. The way the way it looks at Grambling, I don't know if they're going to extend Coach Joseph or if Coach Joseph going to go somewhere else. So you're going to have that opening right there. But there is no other openings right now in college football. I mean, in HBCU football. So, like, you got these other but you got coaches now that are hot. Like, of course,
SMU coach.
Yeah, you got. Yeah, you got. I'm saying, but what I'm saying is, you got people say Quinn Gray is the hot thing, but you got Dr. Alvin Parker at Virginia Union. You got Maurice Flowers at Johnson C. Smith. You got even Teddy Keaton at Clark Atlanta. He didn't even have a good season this year because he had injuries with his quarterback. But look what he has done at every stop that he's been at. That he turned. They was a once dormant program, and he has turned them around.
With that blood red field, I still hate it, but
yeah,
Pyru Field.
Field hurt my damn eyes. Like, what? How you see the ball?
But if I'm Hampton, I would go. I'm dipping into the CIAA. I go talk to Coach Flowers. See what he. Hey, we got all this.
Look at Danny's face. Look at Danny's face.
If you Coach Maurice Flowers has in the last 3 years has put Johnson C. Smith on the map.
No,
I think
Hampton need to get Pemberton right now.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Well, you heard Coach Pemberton say he's happy on the beach. So and his wife loves being in Daytona. But I would say this, Coach.
Too.
I think It's not the same. Yeah, I think Coach Flowers and Quinn Gray. I think those are the two hot names right now.
Yeah.
And I will say, just across the board, I'm really, really proud of the HBCU D2s. There is a lot of good football play in the SIAC and the CIAA. There's a lot of amazing coaches. One of the things that I love about most of those coaches out there, they're HBCU people. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're not getting this. You're not getting. I have nothing against people coming from the outside. That's not what I mean. I'm saying they are for the culture, and it's not like, you know, and they love it. You know, they're doing a great job coaching. I love what's happening. Again, at the D2 level for the HBCU. So whoever gets the next job, God bless them. They earned it.
I'm just saying, like, look at Dr. Alvin Parker. You can get him over at Hampton. You could get Marty Flowers at Hampton. I don't think Dr. Henry Fraser III is going anywhere from Virginia State. He is not leaving that place. But you can look.
What Hampton need to be trying to do is getting back into MEAC. That's what that should be their next move. Worry about the coach later.
Here's the thing.
You about to start a war with that one.
Why would you do that? Don't do that.
I'm sorry.
It's too late. It's too late in the show. It's too late at night. It's too late in the seat. Like, it's just too late.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna move this along because I know we didn't hit the 2-hour mark. Let me move this along. So we finally.
And I'm about to go off.
Sanders.
Troy knows I'm gonna go off. AWF. I sound like my mama when she say the letter W. It's not W, it's W. Okay? AWF. Off. Finna go off. Finna go in and out.
Just like how my Cowboys went off on the Eagles.
Put the F the Cowgirls. I don't give. Y'all still ain't making the playoffs. So what we talking about?
We are making the playoffs.
I'm trying to move forward.
Y'all finna eliminate yourselves from the playoffs once again. I don't want to hear nothing. Y'all won one game. And y'all think that you finna go to the Super Bowl. You sound like the Cleveland Browns fans. Boy, sit down somewhere.
Hey, shout out to Shador.
Shout out to Shador.
Again, Shador wins a football game, looks better than the other guy. I'm going to say this, and I'm not a hater. I like Shador, but I need everybody to relax. It's the Raiders. They're doorknobs. We are doorknobs. Everybody's getting a turn. Relax. Let's wait.
But here's the thing, like. Cleveland's doorknobs too. So a doorknob playing a doorknob is a great matchup.
Y'all gonna hit each other.
That's what I'm saying. It was a great game.
All season.
It was a great game because everybody sucks.
Hey man, I'm gonna say it like this. Myles Garrett is earning every bit of the $195 million this season.
And he needs to.
Who blocked that dude right there?
You can't complain.
High school. It don't matter, Troy. The man got 18 sacks, and it's only 11 games, bro. 10, 11 games. Who does that? The man is on pace to get at least. He's on pace to get like at least 25, 26 sacks this season.
Is it gonna break the record? For real?
What's the record?
Like get a real sack to break the record?
The record is
27, 28?
No, the record is 22 and a half.
Strahan got the record.
Strahan got the record.
Oh, then he might break the record.
He's gonna break that. But yeah, let's get to it. You know, we got the school from North Louisiana, junior college, versus that school in Scotlandville, down in the bayou. I have to say it because I'm still mad about that game in Vegas.
I always been on black.
It puts the lotion on the skin. Listen, don't blame me. Blame Bryce. Bryce started all of this. He made all of this memeable. Oh, that's, I've given Bryce more compliments than anybody from Bethune-Cookman. I will definitely say that.
If Marlo on here, hey, that's the reason why y'all still lost. Goofy.
Hey, Matt, we not trading him. Cut it out. We not trading him. And Dr. Van, somebody with Fly Eagle smile.
Don't give us Max Crosby. You ain't want to listen.
Okay, so here go the deal. If we give you Max Crosby,
we
want Dak. We want Dak. We want NBA YoungBoy. And a second and a third.
Boy, you smoking crack.
That's how you sound talking about you want. Oh. All right, Jared had to go. But again, thank you, Jared, for coming to the show. I appreciate it. We're not giving up Max Crosby. Max took that extension. He just gonna have to live with it. Yeah, he can leave in his final year. Well, I think we got through everything.
I got North Louisiana by 20 in the Bayou Classic. I got Exit 81 by 20 in the Bayou Classic.
Wow. I'm gonna take Grambling because
who's coming down for the Bayou Classic? Nobody.
I cannot go.
So y'all just gonna keep leaving me in New Orleans by myself. I see how y'all do. Y'all travel. Y'all done travel everywhere else except for here.
Hold on, wait, stop. Right. Hold on, wait.
Right, it's cool. I got you. I'm still waiting for y'all to pop up at Suno. Ain't been to a game yet.
So let me go ahead and get this out the way. I have already asked the wife, can we go to the Bayou Classic next year? And then somebody started talking about going to bars across the street from the game. But
it's a whole year later.
This year, we're going to go to a Suno basketball. You know what? This lady here, oh my God. We're going to go to a Suno basketball game. I'm going to have to mute Danny. We're going to go to a Suno basketball game. Remember, I have surgery on the 18th. So the week after Celebration Bowl, I have surgery. I'll heal up by mid-January. I'm ready to go see some games. So we'll go to Grambling. We might as well just make it a road trip. Go to Grambling, go to New Orleans. If, Trav ever answer my email, we'll go to Jackson. I know Trav watched Doc's show. You seen my email, dog. He started to act like Josh now. But we're going to make a whole little thing of it. And then I'll be real healed and be in full swing for softball season. Because good softball and baseball, ain't no way we losing to them people in Daytona again. It's not happening. Not happening. But we're gonna go. But I agree. I think Grambling gonna win this game. Southern situation is just sad. Because I could have swore that kid was gonna be a 5th round draft pick at least going into the season. And their defensive tackle spent the whole season on their stomach. Yep.
I mean, he got the measurables, but at some point,
last year he had the numbers.
I mean, he had the numbers, yeah, but at some point, can you play the run? Can you cover? Cause guess what? They're not gonna put him at the end. They're gonna switch him over to a linebacker to outside. So he's gonna be doing a lot of more coverage on tight ends and stuff. But I would say it like this. So y'all just go ahead and pack it in. Go on and try to get Marshall Faulk as your coach, because all y'all want to do is pack the stands. Y'all go on and fix that little old bed, that raggedy band you call the puke box. Ooh.
The puke box is
go on over there at Humber, get you that blue stove chicken. They be busting sometimes. Go on to make sure that your school don't fall into the river.
Wow. What is happening?
It's time to go.
You know what? Let me go ahead and
Go
get
on,
the party
go on,
shot.
go
You
on,
got
We
the
go
don't
on,
normally
disclaimer.
do party shots
go
on,
on
You
and
need the
and
disclaimer.
Tuesday.
You need the
I got
disclaimer.
smoke. I
You
got
need the
smoke.
disclaimer.
Got
You need
Oh, I
the
got
smoke.
the
disclaimer.
disclaimer.
I got smoke. I got smoke for Grambling too.
Ain't you had enough of that hole? Just leave it alone.
Pause. Anyway, I still got smoke for Grambling too. Should have beat Prairie View this year. I was banking in y'all beat Prairie View this year.
Y'all could have beat them too.
I'm just saying.
But both of our quarterbacks went down, so hey. We both played with backup quarterbacks.
You know what? We don't normally do party shots on the show, but since we don't have a Thursday show, we're gonna do party shots this week. Since Roz is our guest, I'll let you go first.
Tell me what I'm supposed to be doing.
Well, basically, whatever you feel like talking about, it's on you.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Of course, grand fan to the day I die. I know our season is coming to a close, but it was good to beat Jackson's ass once again this year. Pray for our quarterback. He's still, in recovery. Pray for the younger ones that are coming in. We're kind of wrapping up the season. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank y'all so much for having me on. I really do appreciate it. I had a good time laughing with y'all and just learning a lot today. And also walking down memory lane, just kind of talking about some stuff being an undergrad, of just kind of seeing Bruce Eugene and also playing against Bethune-Cookman my freshman year. So yeah, it was very refreshing. Hopefully y'all have me on again another time. And yeah, thank y'all so much.
Doc, are you gonna behave?
Yeah, of course I'm gonna behave. Look, first and foremost, shout out to all the grand fam that's in my family. My niece, my cousins. And I think, yes, Raj, you marched with my cousin. I think you marched with my cousin, my little cousin.
What's her name?
Jennifer Howe.
Yeah, she played tuba.
Yes, ma'am. That's my cousin.
My sister. Mm-hmm.
That's my cousin right there. But yeah, shout out to all the grand fans. Still want to kick y'all ass and everything. But anyway, for all the folks that's coming in from Texas that's going to the SWAC championship game in Jackson, make sure that y'all get y'all rooms ready. Make sure that y'all got y'all tickets available. Make sure you got all your monies and stuff like that. And all the 12 fans that's coming in from Prairie View, make sure you just have everything that you need. Because this is going to be, I think this is going to be a very interesting game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout next week, even though we want to have it as a blowout. D General Jacoby Morgan will be back next Saturday. So y'all be ready for him. But other than that, and as we shift into whoever wins, of course, I feel like Jack State will win. We shifted to the Celebration Bowl. Make sure you get all your tickets and stuff like that, airfare, hotel, everything that you need to have. Because y'all already know it's gonna be it's a homecoming celebration at the Celebration Bowl. People from all walks of life will be at their game, and it's just all one family. And then we on to basketball season. But as always, y'all be blessed, be safe, hug your loved ones, and love on your loved ones. Guess what? I always say crash out on your kids and beat them out the penitentiary. Fly, Sheagles, fly. Patrick Mahomes, we coming after you, Patrick Mahomes. We got the Chiefs this week for Thanksgiving. We will be in the playoffs this season. And fly high, Marshawn Nealon. Be easy.
Danny, it is only right to let you go. What you got for us this week?
Man, I don't even know where to start. I do know, I want to say life is precious, right? We think that when we're growing up, the people that we love, they just gonna live forever. And going through some things recently, I've lost some people that are really, really close to me. And I think that one thing I've realized is that number one, I was spoiled. I had such great relationships with my grandparents, and now all four of them have passed on. But what they taught me is that you live your life in a way that when you pass on, you've left a mark on people that they get to carry with them and hold close to them in a positive way. Because sometimes we live life, and when we pass on, people like, dang, that so and so took me through this and that, and it's not a positive experience. And so looking at how my grandparents lived has really impacted me in a way where I just want to make sure that everyone that I deal with and I interact with, that they can look at me and be like, whatever phase of life I knew them in, whether they know me by Danielle, D in college, Danny in my professional life, whatever. I always want people to be able to say that I loved them, that I took care of them, that I had a good character, and that I was helpful. I want people to look at my life and see someone that cared about others in a way that helped them see themselves and their potential, and not just their potential, but what they can accomplish. I want people to look at my life and say, she lived life well, and she did so for others. So that's my spiel. It's always F the cowgirls, because F the cowgirls. Like, what are we talking about? F the cowgirls. Love you, Doc. You know how we do. I bleed green, you bleed that other color up there, whatever color that is. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Blue.
Map.
Oh,
You said boo boo?
Blue.
You bleed boo boo? What, boo boo?
Blue.
Oh, boo boo.
Crip. Like how Crip, yeah, Crip. Anyway, y'all make sure y'all get y'all flu shots. Y'all know I work at Walgreens. Get your flu shots. Get your vaccine.
I guess I'll go ahead and get this out the way. Family, excuse me for a second, for a brief little second. This for my nose. Some nose. It's hate week. We're doing a lot of talking about everything but hate week. Let me refresh y'all memory. Steve Spurrier, I hope he get hit by a Nerf bus. Ain't nothing personal. He just Steve Spurrier. It's gonna always be fuck Tim Tebow, fuck Chris Leach, fuck Channing Crowder, fuck Fred Taylor.
Oh wow.
Fuck Emmitt Smith.
Hold on now.
Fuck the second chair flute player. Fuck the ticket lady. Fuck their mascot.
Second chair players.
Fuck the fan in Suite 207. Fuck all of them. It's go nose right. That should be your energy from here on out. It don't matter that you don't like the head coach. We not rooting for the team to lose. We are rooting for them to stomp a mud hole in them boot skins. Because remember, always and forever, ain't nothing, not Ed Reed, not nothing has ever come good out of a boot skin or ibis. So we don't ever have to like them. It ain't personal. It ain't business. This just rivalry. So I would like to say to all those people in Gainesville, I hope you wake up every morning at 3 a.m. and stub your pinky toe on your way to the bathroom. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody for coming out to the Strike Season Podcast. Ross, thank you for coming on. I appreciate you so much. It had from the moment I met you on Twitter, it has been nothing but pure joy. I love rivalries, and you have allowed me to enjoy it to the fullest. So thank you. Thank you. For everybody here at Fat Mouth Sports, HBCU Overdrive, Danny at Suno, we are out.
That's wild. The other Splash Bro to move to Dallas and now he dating Megan Thee Stallion.
And then proposed. They ain't dating no more.
You know what, Marlo? I believe you right. Because he out here taking her fishing and shit. I'm not taking you fishing unless you special because you're going to disturb me while I'm fishing. So,
Oh,
yeah, I believe you right,